If you're starting your distilling journey, these 5 tools will save you time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. Hey everyone, Distiller Greyling here, one of your favorite home and hobby distillers. Today I'm tackling the top 5 tools that I feel you really need when you want to start distilling. They are essential, and like I said, it will help you save a lot of frustration. A lot of these things really helped me, especially in my early days. So definitely I would recommend these 5 tools. So first up, we have our alcohol or spirit hydrometer. So the one I have is a percent ABV, alcohol by volume. So it ranges here from the bottom 0 all the way to 100. So I use this to test my spirits after a run to see how much they are. Even if I have to make a gin and I have to dilute in that neutral spirits that I already made, have to tune it down or dilute it down to charge the still, I would also use this. I also use this straight in my parrot as a type of an online reading or a constant reading while I'm doing my run as well. I really like it. I know you also get proof meters as well that will have not the percent ABV but proof as well. Anyone, doesn't matter, use what's comfortable to you, but alcohol meter for me is definitely essential. For me it says without it you're just guessing. You know, and guessing will lead to bad cuts, inconsistent flavors and wasted batches. And that's the one thing that I say is going to save you time and money. Alright, second one that we have is the wash hydrometer or SG hydrometer. So what I have here is a triple scale hydrometer. So it has our SD, SG, specific gravity. It has the Brix and as well as a potential alcohol meter as well. So this one we will use in our wash, whatever type of wash you have, from a sugar wash to a grain, a molasses, fruit, it doesn't matter. I use this to measure my sugar before and then my sugar after my run, because that will also determine my potential alcohol or the amount of alcohol that my wash has produced. The potential alcohol meter on here, I just use as a guide. I don't always take it as hard. What it says here, that's what I'm going to produce, but it just gives you an indication of what your wash can be. All right, part of this, it also helps you when your fermentation is stuck or slowed down tremendously. You can measure sugar beforehand, and then some here when you see your fermentation is not bubbling anymore, you can measure the sugar again and see, you know what, yes, you know what, there's still half of the sugar still left, so I have to do something about my wash, my fermentation. Maybe it's stuck for some reason, or maybe you see, you know what, the sugar is 0, my SG is basically 1, then you know, hey, my run is actually done. That's why it looks stuck or just slow. It's actually complete. Stuff that's also important for me, that this tool for me eliminates 90% of your beginner's guesswork, because this will exactly tell you when your wash is done and when you're ready to distill. Otherwise you might just wonder now, you know, is it done or not? Must I leave it another day or two? So definitely get yourself an SG hydrometer or a wash hydrometer. All right. Third one that I have is my digital thermometer. So I definitely feel a digital thermometer or thermometer is very essential. This is a very plain straight one that I get with the buttons. You can actually change it from degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. It's got a hold and also minimum and maximum. But I use this especially when I do my washes. So I can check the wash temperature, and also helps me to pitch the yeast at the right temperature. You don't want to stretch your yeast, so you need to make sure it's room temperature or at least below, or at least between 30 to 25 degrees Celsius to make sure that your yeast is happy before you pitch it. And also when you do starch conversions, this is also what I use in my starch conversion while I'm doing it, to also measure my temperature and make sure that I keep it constant and steady. All right, temperature control is a difference between, you know, I think this works, to actually having, yes, this is clean, smooth and repeatable. That's the magic one. Fourth one that I have is these guys, is my heat resistant gloves. This is a silicone based oven mittens, if you want to call it that. Actually, it really helps. It works, especially when you have to handle hot equipment. This I use and it really helps. It's the needed safety gear. A lot of people would sometimes feel like safety gear is not important, but this is the needed safety gear that actually helps a lot. Especially new distillers, they would underestimate of how hot the still and actually how hot the vapor path can be as well. These sometimes get so hot that you can't touch it. So just be careful. I have these, especially when my run is done and I want to do a run immediately after that. I'll use these gloves to disassemble part of the stills, rinse out the boiler, put it in, charge it again with something new, and then quickly build up the still again. All right, so gloves is definitely safety, and it gives you also more confidence because you know it's going to be hot. You can take it with the gloves, and there's no need of having a risk of it might slipping out of your hand, fall, and get damaged, especially breaking your glass sections. All right. Third one I have is either my pH strips or my digital pH meter. Now, I started with the strips, but I quickly saw that a digital pH meter is much better. The strips does work if you only have this. You will dip the strips in and then you'll take this guide and see how much and how low it is. But it's a little, you still get the reading more or less, but it's still a little bit of a guesswork. With a digital pH meter, it tells you exactly what it is. Digital pH meters, just remember to calibrate them every now and again. Don't leave them thinking that I'm only going to calibrate it once and then it's always going to be the same. Take time and do recalibrate every now and again, especially if you're not doing fermentations weekly and you're doing maybe every 3 months. Take the time, calibrate it. We get all types of calibration, what's the not formulas? Buffer liquids. There, now I got it. Buffer liquids. So you get different type of buffer liquids that you can use to calibrate, or you get small sachets that you can actually make up your own buffer liquid to do your pH calibrations. All right. For pH, I would say you will have your fermentation more managed. And if you manage your fermentation better by controlling the pH, you'll have a better and smoother, or better yield and smoother spirit. pH control is also for me your beginner's secret weapon in a fermentation, because you can know exactly how much is my pH. You know, oh, I need to increase it a little bit because it's going to fall down too much. Or you know what, my pH is actually high. Let me bring it down again because I just want it at that specific level that you want it. You know, that anything from 3.5 to 4.5, that's the range that you want your fermentation to be, especially if you want to make sure that there's no bacteria that's going to grow inside your fermentation as well. All right. pH also help current problems before they become disasters. You know, you can see that, you know what, my pH is actually too low, it has dropped down too much. Let me add a little bit of alkaline just to increase that pH again. All right, guys, this is my take on the 5 most essential tools that you're going to need. So just a quick recap. We have the alcohol or spirit hydrometer that you can use to measure your spirits before you run. If you want to then do if you have already got a neutral alcohol that you want to redistill, or any product that burning. Maybe if you have stripped the whiskey and you want to redistill it for rectifying run, I use this in my parrot as well. Right there at the bottom that you can actually then measure as well. Second one is the wash or SG hydrometer that I use to measure my sugar. So this is very essential for knowing how your fermentation is doing. If is still sugar left, you know, do you still need to leave it for maybe that 1 or 2 days? And maybe if it is stuck, what you can do to help you get it going again. Third one is the digital thermometer. I've got the big round dial ones, the analog ones as well on the still. On my bigger 100-liter still, I also have digital thermometers that actually have small nodes inside the still that work brilliantly. I'll maybe check later to get ones for these ones as well. But I tend to like the big analog ones on that one. But this one definitely helps for your washes, pitching your yeast, doing your starch conversions very well. Safety gloves, heat resistant gloves, very important for handling hot equipment, especially on your vapor paths. It can get really hot. And then lastly is your pH meters, either digital or strips, very important for fermentation and making sure that you can have that better yield, smoother spirits, and also repeatable results. That is what I have. So I feel that these 5 tools will save you time, increase your accuracy, and make your distilling journey safer and more enjoyable. So let me know what you think, if you maybe have one of these, or maybe you got something that you would like to add. You just say, you know what, I would recommend you add this as well. Please pop it in the comments. Give me a like and subscribe if you have not yet. And as always guys, remember to be awesome, to be kind, and be yourself. Cheers.